So I asked you to come here today to talk to you about sex, which I'm sure you get asked about all the time. What's going on? I'm here with Khleo Thomas, who is an actor and is a rapper. And I just learned today allergic to life. So thank you for coming out and making the risks associated with my environment.
Understood. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I have to say at the top, I'm a really, really big Full Bounce fan.
Nice.
I don't mean it like I've watched it a couple times. Like, I brought you here today so we can just go over the lines together.
And say it verbatim, every single one, every scene.
Dang, girl, I'm just saying, did a whole drawer of silver just explode in your mouth?
On a scale of 1 to porn star, how do you think your sexual knowledge is?
Sexual knowledge? I'd say about an 8.
People might have the assumption that as a child star, one of two things. You're either very sheltered or you're hella promiscuous. Like you're Macaulay Culkin or you're like Baby Jesus. What was the reality for you?
Thankful for me, like I'm thankful for the fact that my parents they didn't shelter me and they didn't let me get wild. But when you add in the fame and then all of a sudden it's, red carpets and premieres and, all of a sudden it's stalkers showing up at premieres and things like that and, that blowing my mother's mind.
At what age?
13, 14, at a very young age. It was
what does a stalker at 13 years old look like?
I don't know the girl's name. To this day, I don't know exactly her name, but what we did find out is she was from San Diego, and her mother would drive her down to every premiere that I would be at. And at first it was fine, like you look at it as an experience, and then all of a sudden I go on Scream tour, and she showed up at the hotel, like, you're here, like how do you even know I'm staying here? So it was very creepy. That was the creepy part for me. I was like, I didn't like that.
Were you sexually active?
Oh, was I sexually active? I wasn't sexually active till I was like 16, 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So did you have I think about, like, for example, I know it might be different with acting, but with like boy bands, like they're put in this weird paradox where they get a lot of female attention, a lot of groupies, a lot of stalkers, a lot of people who throw themselves both younger and older at them, but they're expected to stay in this like virginal status until age 18. Right. Which is a weird place to be.
Which isn't reality.
Yeah. Yeah. But it kind of was for you.
In a sense, yeah. It wasn't something that I had wanted to go venture off in until the time came and I was ready and the person I was with at that time was ready, and that's what happened.
So it wasn't a groupie then?
No, like I actually had a legit girlfriend for like a year and a half before that even happened.
I thought it would be the stalker. It could be such a good
Oh,
story.
good Lord, no. Nah, I ain't that crazy.
In the industry, you tend to grow up really quickly. Were you exposed to a lot of like older people talking to you about sex? Like, how did you learn about it?
It was on the acting side, not so much. It was when my world got turned upside down in the sense it's going on that damn Scream tour. That's what exposed me. 16, 17.
Oh, that's when you lost your virginity.
Before that happened, yes. Before I went on Scream tour, I had lost my virginity. But when going on Scream tour and seeing that shit, yeah, that's when I just realized this is a whole different world out here. Like, it ain't always, we're gonna be together forever. 40,000 women in this arena, like, so where's your hotel afterwards? You know what I mean? Like, that's a very weird feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But weird exciting though, because you had lost your virginity. Were you still in a relationship though, so you didn't indulge?
Oh no, I indulged. Not gonna lie to you, I indulged.
From going from having the experience, that's two extremes. From losing your virginity to someone that you love and you were in a relationship with, to immediately going on to a tour bus filled with copious amounts of punani that is just there at your disposal. What did you prefer, and how did that kind of shape your idea of what sex was to you?
At that time, being 16, 17 years old and like, growing and, trying to mature as a man as well, like that's what every guy would wish for. And I think that's what I wanted at that point in time. I think it's affected me today in the way that I'm still confused on a lot of things because I saw so much that I'm still trying to filter out, okay, so what is real and what is not out here? Because sex is something that's become so common to our generation. It's a common thing. It's as common as a hello at this point. But I was aware of that then. Now I'm 10 years removed from that.
I don't think the average person would say is as common as a hello. That might be
Really?
exclusive to your experience growing up as a child star.
Okay.
But the average person, you know, probably still have.
Average, yeah, okay, I get where you're coming from. I do agree to that. I do agree with what you're saying there.
So you're saying the groupie punani is still prime and available.
Is it prime and available?
Yeah.
It's still prime and available.
Has it gotten worse, more manageable, more ridiculous? That's ridiculous.
I think that was the more ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
You know, as I've gotten older, it's, you know, I've been able to figure out how to turn off that way so it doesn't approach me. But there's no stopping it. It still gets approached. It's still like presented to you. And this is what it is. But it's made it harder for a person like me to find a foundation in like love, because I can't filter out, you know, what the real is. I've seen women walk into hotel rooms and take off their wedding rings and be there for 2 hours with us while their phone blowing up from their husbands. But you way older than us, but you willing to take that risk to be in here just for young niggas. That's look what I saw at that age. You see how it affects me, but at the same time, it's like
At that age of 16?
Yeah, I saw that. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's affected me in certain ways. But at the same time, I've seen both realities of real love or of love, because on my parents' side, they've been together since high school. They're high school sweethearts. 4 kids, still married to this day. But I saw this instance with a woman who married, like, that's, you know, you've been chosen to walk down this aisle with a man, and you was willing enough to take that step to take your wedding ring off and being here with like that. So what the fuck is love?
Have you ever felt attached to somebody who genuinely didn't want you as a person, but just wanted the experience, and that was enough for them?
No.
Everybody wants.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, no, I've never experienced that. It's always been the like, so how can I like lock him down? You know what I mean?
Hence why you always use condoms.
Strap up, ladies and gentlemen. Strap up out here.
I think the average dude has a lot of challenges when it comes to becoming a good giving lover, because there's so much misinformation in the media, there's so much misinformation from porn, but even more so for you because women or girls might be so eager to please that they're not authentic about their experience. So for you, like, how did you learn how to have sex well?
Practice? I don't have an answer for that. I don't have a genuine answer for that.
But are you for practice, are you sure? Because 88% of women fake orgasms on a regular basis. So I'm sure with someone that they look up to, or that they feel grateful to be around, that percentage must jump by 10% or so.
If I choose to have that connection with that person and we choose to take that route and have sex, I make sure first that we can at least have a discussion about it, even afterwards. Like, I'm just curious, like, before growing up, I was just very curious, like, yo, how is it? Like, yo, is this cool? Is this not? Like, and I've never got a complaint.
What do you pride yourself on? And like, if you were to give 3 tips to men on how to be an 8 in the bedroom, what are some things you learned over time?
Some things I learned over time to at least be an 8 in the bedroom. Listen.
Strong 8, not at least an 8. Solid 8.
Listen to, like, watch and view her reactions. If you gotta get one out before she come, do that. If you worrying about lasting and shit like that, because that's really y'all fault. A lot of men who can't last for, like, not. Quick question, I don't mean to switch the interview up, but quick question for you as a woman. Do you prefer a man that can last an hour, or do you?
You know what's so funny? I just did a video debate on this.
I think there's a myth out there that women want the dick for 40 minutes. We're cool. Like, we enjoy it. It's satisfying. It's like,
if you finish before
sex
her,
is like foreplay to women. Honestly, I'm gonna say that. I don't need you to be down there for an hour.
No,
like,
you don't need that.
You
but
come
if
quick,
he finished before you,
cool.
Get one out the way if you need to. If that's what you feel, that, you know, if you're worried about lasting, I'm assuming, but
You can make it last forever.
I guess if you want to last forever, go ahead and knock that out, bro. Just stop it. Don't talk so much. I don't do a lot of talking at all. Like, I'm one of the most silent killers, I guess, of all time. Like, I don't talk. Oh my God, I don't talk. I don't. Like, I've heard the complaint, like, yo, I didn't even know that you busted.
Oh my God, that's the worst.
I've heard that before, like.
You've dropped down to a 6 in my brain right now.
Wow, because I didn't openly express the fact of how great this is.
That is the biggest mistake that men make during sex, is that they are
I'm gonna edit your tip 3. I don't like to do that because I think people's sexual recipes is unique and special to them. But I don't want to put it out there for men to think to be quiet. Make sounds. Don't be talking a lot of shit, mind you.
So you prefer someone to?
Don't be Plies in the bedroom, like just saying crazy stuff, but don't be silent either. There's a happy medium.
I'm telling you, most men do not know that happy medium. I promise you, most men don't. It's just either just dumb silence or full-on Plies shit. It's fucking redundant. No.
Do you do loud music?
No.
Do you play yourself when you have sex? Really?
Hell no. That's corny as hell.
You think so?
Hell yeah, I'm old school. Listen, I turn on like the 90s R&B and like Ron Isley. I'd be banging that. I don't know.
Is your music fuckable though?
Is my music fuckable? I've heard my music is fuckable.
Yeah.
Recalling from Twitter and Instagram, I've caused a few babies. So I'm happy to know that y'all out there getting it in.
But not you to your own shit.
No.
That throw you off?
I don't know. Like all of a sudden, like performance mode kicks in. Like I might have found a new secret that I need to try now. Like I've never done that.
Okay, so I want to do a short quiz with you about female sexual anatomy. Just because I think quizzes are fun.
Okay.
Don't you agree?
No, they are.
Yeah.
I really enjoy trivia and stuff like that.
You can tell if someone is a virgin by checking for the hymen. True or false?
True.
No, that's false.
What?
You can break your hymen by horseback riding. You can break it by doing the splits.
Yeah.
So you are still in the 1800s. Move on with yourself. You're sexist and it's false.
You sexist? Holy shit.
Okay, so in a very crazy series of events, Khleo has challenged me to a sex quiz off. I predict 100% on my end.
How much does she know about dicks? Here we go. The word penis comes from the Latin word meaning organ, tail, meat, or bone.
I actually don't know the answer.
Oh!